Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the game plan for tomorrow because the seasonal event is going to be kicking in and there's going to be a whole bunch of new things that we can farm for. But before we jump into that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So if you guys watched yesterday's video, you already know that I actually put Hal Finale on all of my gear, and all of my gear is fully maxed out, other than, you know, fixes, of course. I know a couple of you guys pointed out, Carol, why are you still using really low fixes? You know, Ephetus armors are relatively cheap with higher fixes. You should probably upgrade. And yeah, I probably should. So that's definitely something I will do eventually. However, since my gear is totally maxed out already, there's not really anything that I can farm for on ship 2, or that is what I thought originally. There's actually two things I'm going to be focusing on throughout the entire duration of the March event. And the first one is going to be Star Gems, because we do have the special scratch, which is the Spring 2023 special scratch ticket, which will allow us to get a lot of new weapon camos as well as cosmetics. And as we all say, fashion is the true endgame. So this is something that I'm going to be focusing really hard on, simply because I want more fashion items, I want more weapon camos, but on top of this, they also reward you with Star Gems. Now, unfortunately, I heard that they removed the 10 SG and the 20 SG, which means there's only the 100 SG ticket in there, I think. And that is very unfortunate, because when it was the old scratch back in the autumn 2022 one, it was actually pretty decent SG farm, because you had a relatively high chance of getting the 10 SG scratch tickets or the 20s. So even though you almost never got the 100 SG tickets, at the very least, if you scratch like 20 or 40 times, you're bound to make a little bit of SG. However, this time round, it might be a little bit more difficult if they actually did remove the 10 and the 20, because that means we can only rely on the 100, and that is going to be a royal pain in the butt. But nevertheless, I'm going to be farming for these tickets really hard. Now, there are two ways to farm for these tickets. The first one is the easiest way, where you just farm seasonal points. So we're just going to go to combat zones, farm seasonal points, buy out the seasonal shop, and there's going to be tickets in the seasonal shop. I believe we're going to be able to buy 40 from the seasonal shop in the first half, and then on the second half of the event, we're going to be able to buy another 40. I think that was how it worked, or it might be 2020. I don't really remember. But nevertheless, that's going to be a source of a bunch of scratch tickets over there. Then on top of that, when you're running the limited time quest, you're going to have a chance of getting more scratch tickets there. So I'm just going to be farming a ton of limited time quests after I buy out the entire seasonal shop. And that is pretty much my game plan. And since Star Gems is actually shared account wide, I might actually be farming on ship 3, since my ship 3 character can benefit from all of the different capsules that drop from the limited time quest. You know, my ship 3 character doesn't have Hal Finale, doesn't have Dreadkeeper 4, doesn't have any high-end augments. I think I'm still using level 3 augments on my ship 3 character, so she definitely needs a touch-up, and you know, she needs new gear, so I'm going to be working on her. But the ship 2 character literally is just going to be Star Gems and cosmetic items. That's the only thing that I'm going to be farming for throughout the entirety of this spring event. Now, another reason why I recommend people to farm a ton of Star Gems is because on March 15th, so that is next week, we are actually getting the Revival SG Scratch Ticket Refined Form Revival, and this is bringing back a lot of the old SG items which you may have missed. So you do have the Luster outfit as well as the Nightmare hair. There's a lot of really nice items that are coming back and that will be obtainable through the Revival SG Scratch. However, the Revival SG Scratch does not give you the daily scratch. So if we look over here and we look at the Volcanic Heart, you can see that this scratch will not be going away on March 15th, because this stays around until April 12th. So this means we're actually going to get two different SG scratches happening at the same time. First one is the Volcanic Heart, so our daily free scratch is still going to be Volcanic Hearts. However, on top of this, we do have the Revival SG Scratch, which is its own separate thing, and the only way that you can scratch on it is by spending SG. So that's another reason to farm up some SG if there are any items that you missed in previous SG scratches that you kind of want now. Because remember, SG scratch items are not tradable, they're not sellable, they're bound to your account. So if you did miss it, you're not able to get it through any other means other than hoping that they do a Revival SG scratch. But that's my game plan for the coming seasonal event. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you plan to farm for? Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But anyway, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!